So you all kind of know who she is because I've sent you out something that tells you a little bit about her, but and if you, how many people have listened to the NPR radio show? Okay, so a few. Well, you may want to.
For those of us that don't know as much, would you?
Yeah, well, I would like to introduce my friend Barbara Rodbell. I'm proud to be a friend of such a wonderful, wonderful person who has been courageous her whole life and is a creative, wonderful, positive thinking person, a person to me who has no anger, even though she's been through tumultuous situations in her life, of which some she'll tell us about. And so I can't really say too much more, but to say that I think you'll find her story interesting, and she'll talk a little bit, and then we'll open it to questions and answers, and get a lot more information from her that way. So here we go, Barbara.
Thank you very much. Can you?
Do you want?
I can. Yeah, this is
Something to kind of sit down.
I sit down. I should stand up.
There you go.
They're cool. I usually leave it behind.
I would say one back.
You put it behind your feet, honey. No,
One for the back and one for the front.
I'll just fall. That's good. Okay. Hello, everybody. Now I know that you all, if you're going to jump into this with 2 feet, you all want to know about my friend, right? Or shall I tell my story?
Tell it in your way.
All right. Now, in our case, who has not read the Antidote? Anybody? No. Ah, you missed out. Next time. So anyway, our personal story, the story of my maiden name is Ledermann. Let's say Ledermann. Like Luigi Ledermann. Like that. And I was born in Berlin in 1925. And into the family, my father was a lawyer, and my mother was gregarious. So it was wonderful. She was wonderful. And as a matter of fact, she made it possible for me to survive, to be the way I am. You mentioned not being angry and loving everything. And she was very spiritual without being religious in particular. And she was an incredible person, and she was 15 years younger than my father. And this has a lot to do with the rest of the story in a way. And we had a very happy life in Berlin, where I was born, but in Germany, where I was born. My mother actually was partly Dutch. And so when the time came and they felt that we really shouldn't stay in Berlin, we were on vacation in Holland, where we had heaps of family. And one of them had been a journalist. You know, it was a journalist, as a matter of fact. And he had, when he was very young, when he was 19, that newspaper he was working for sent him to Munich to send back information about a trial that was going on in Munich. And when he came back, they said to him, well, it isn't very important, so we're just going to give you, the back page or something. And he said, you know what? I think this is very important. And they said, well, what's the matter? And he said, I think it might change the world. And they said, don't be silly. And they gave him a little piece. And he wrote, and he said that this trial, which was the trial of Hitler in Munich, who had they were, making a big fuss, walking with their boots, the yellow, the brown shirts. He said, this can be very serious. Well, it turned out that that was the place and the time that Hitler wrote Mein Kampf. In that jail where they put him. They did put him in jail. And it turned out that that was where he wrote that book. which, if they had looked at that, they would have seen that that book told exactly what he was going to do. So anyway, that was the beginning of the story. And we were on vacation in Holland, and my family said to my mother, Ilse, you should not go back. You should definitely not go back. And my mother said to my father, Franz, we should not go back. This is the opinion of the family here. And he says, you know, the law does not travel very easily. And in Germany, they have the Justinian law. In Holland, they have the Napoleonic law. And they also have something else. They have a foreign language. And I tell you, people think that Dutch and German is very much alike, but that is a lot of trouble. Because I know a little Italian, and it really gets in the way of my non-existent Spanish. So anyway, that was the beginning of it. My mother